Bit of a better day today, beautiful weather. So I'm just heading down to the shoreline. The tide's on its way out, which is perfect for otters. You don't want high water really. It's not ideal. I say with the water receding on the ebb, it kind of exposes all them kelp beds, which is where they like to hunt and hopefully come in if they catch something bigger. So it's just going to be a case of working my way down the shoreline, keeping the eyes open. Hopefully we'll see something. What a day. What a day. What a nightmare. You couldn't write it. I just got in front of this otter and I was 20 metres away. It was just sat there rolling around, drying itself. Brought the camera up and the bloody lens is all fogged up. So I don't know where it's down to. You can just, I don't know if you can see it there, you can just see a spot there inside the lens. So I think it's probably with me leaving it in the bag overnight and everything's damp, so you couldn't write it. So I'm on my last night, so I've booked into a campsite so I can get a shower, so I smell a bit less like a feral goat. And I'm going to go back to the campsite now. Luckily there's decent changing rooms, some hair dryers, so I'm going to dry the lens out and get back out. But look at the weather, what a stunning day, and the light was just perfect on it, and it looked like I were, I don't know, looking through a lot of bubble wrap. But one of the challenges of bikepacking in autumn and photography. So, oh flipping heck, it's one of them, and it put it down to experience. So anyway, right, let's go and get this lens dried, get back out. Clear as a bell. Right, get this UV back on. Come on. Just got one right in front of me now. It's about, I don't know, probably 60, 70 metres away. But it didn't catch anything, it just came in and it's curled up on a big lump of kelp. Now, when it's not a close-up shot by any stretch of the imagination, so what I want to do is crop in. Now, to make it better, to make it a better image, I want to get that ISO as low as I can. And because the otter is stationary, it's curled up asleep, it means I can drop the shutter speed right down. So I've dropped it down to 1/100th of a second, and I've put it on single shot, and I've got my ISO right down to 80, which means when I crop in, which I probably will do, not a great deal, I'll be able to get some, the images will be that much sharper, less noise. So I'll show you on the back of the camera. I don't know if you can make that out, but it's just, it's hard to say, but it's on that little spit there. It's actually nearer than it looks on this little action cam, but what a result. We've got the lens dried out and another otter in the bag. What a place. Morning, folks. The last morning. We're packing up today and heading back to civilization. But we're gonna give it one more do. I'm gonna get a coffee on now. We'll get a brew. We've run out of porridge, so it's cheese and crackers for brekkie. Not the norm, but it'll hit the spot. And then we'll get back on that shoreline, see if we can catch some more of these amazing otters. He's fingers crossed. Right, well folks, that's it. That brings an end to our little bikepacking wildlife photography expedition. And it was an expedition. It were graft at times, honestly. Not easy, but thoroughly enjoyable. You know, when you get to the end and you can see the finish line, if you will. Yeah, it were well worth it. There were a couple of times it were a struggle, you know, because you're packing some gear, like, and you know, I needed everything that I brought with me. Maybe one thing, that folding chair. I never used my folding chair, which, you know, it's one of them, innit? You live and learn. So, what would I pass on? Words of wisdom. Great idea, setting up a base camp. The way I wanted to work it. So, got the tent set up in that area, and then I just worked out from there. So I was literally working on that one lock, looking for the otters and whatever I could find. But the otters were the primary target species, and it worked brilliant on the bike. You know, you could just cycle along at a really nice sedate pace, just looking. I had my thermal worked brilliant. And my binoculars as well, you know, scoping it out. If I saw something and it were going the other way, I could just flick the bike round and then just mosey on along, you know, and it worked brilliant. I got some fantastic shots. I was well suited with them. Just that issue with the lens, I don't know what it were. I got on another one before as well, after I dried it off. I don't know, it fogged up again, so I maybe need to put it in a bag of rice or something, and there might just be a little bit more moisture in there from, you know, a skanky week really. You know, it's started to rain again. You can see how grey it is. It just comes, and blue sky over there, but you get wet and it's hard to dry everything off. But yeah, what a fantastic trip. I loved every minute of it. It was belting. So get yourself out there, get it done, you know. A couple of things happened recently, you know, and it makes, I don't want to get all maudlin and, you know, preaching to people, but get out there and get it done, and don't wait for tomorrow. You don't know what's around the corner, do you? I don't want to sound miserable or anything, but you know, you don't know what's around the corner. So I was talking to someone last night and they were on about retiring, and I said, get it done. If you can afford to retire, you know, don't think twice about it. Just get out there and enjoy it. You know, the little missions like this, mate, it's all about making memories. Great getting the photos and making some photos and little films and that, but you know, memories are just they're just invaluable, aren't they? So yeah, get out there, make it happen. You'll not do it sat on that settee, will you? All right. Hey, thanks very much for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed it. It were well overdue, that mission, and I've missed Mull. It's been a few years, you know. Last time we were here, we were on camper van, and we haven't got that anymore. So just something different. But what a place! If you haven't been, get yourself here, because it's just a magical place. It gets a little bit busy at times. I put a bit of thermal footage on now, and you know, a few things that kind of get you back up a bit, but just, I don't know, too many people. But it's nice to find your own little spot. You know, today I've been on a different piece of coastline, and I've had the whole place to myself. I've had a whale of a time. So yeah, get out there, get exploring. All right, so if you've enjoyed it, give us a big thumbs up, press that like button. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see some more stuff like this, press that subscribe button. It don't cost anything, and as ever, see you on the next one. Well, we've had a fuel stop in Witherspoons in Auburn and we're just waiting for a train, so 5.5 hours to go.
Simon is an adventurer, a traveller, a very talented individual, but through no fault of his own he finds himself sleeping rough tonight on a railway station. But it doesn't have to be like this. Just £2 a month could help pay for a shelter for Simon and people like him to get a proper bed for the night instead of being a tight ass and sleeping on a platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, cheers, pal. Thank you.